Denyo what that time and go denyo what that time. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. And today we have a couple of issues we want to look at, and I need you to come along. Now, the very first story we're looking at today is taken from Ghana Web, and it says, "Put some respect on my name. McBrown fumes over Sammy Flex podcast criticism." And I read, Ghanaian actress and media personality Ama McBrown has publicly expressed a disappointment over comments directed to her by panelists during a podcast hosted by Shatawale's PR, Sammy Flex. Now, recently on Sammy Flex's podcast, McBrown's earlier comments that TGMAs should pay her for red carpet appearances was discussed. There, some panelists criticized her for raising unrealistic standards and somewhat being very proud, overly proud. By reaching out to Sammy Flex at a recent meeting in the UK, McBrown reacted, and she said exactly what happened between them. And reacting to this, McBrown has described such comments as disrespectful. She has instead insisted that she deserves respect for her immense contributions to Ghana's entertainment industry. Speaking passionately on her Onuya Showtime program, McBrown did not hide her frustration as she outrightly addressed Sammy Flex. McBrown stated, "I met Sammy Flex in the UK and told him, Sammy, you are not an industry person, so you don't sit on your podcast and misrepresent what I said. McBrown, hey, put some respect on this name, okay? I have played a lot of roles for the industry to be where it is today. That you even have the chance to sit on a podcast when you are talking about me. Know where you are coming from. If you are in my lane, you can speak about me. But if you are far away, shut up and respect me." She explained that whenever she has an issue with someone, she prefers addressing it face to face rather than speaking behind their back. I said it to his face. You know, I don't speak behind people's back. I say it to their face, she added. Of course, Sammy Flex is an industry person. If he is Shatawale's PR, then he's an industry person. Or what does it mean to say industry person? Industry person is who? The music industry, entertainment industry. What industry really is it? Is it the film industry? What really is it? Sammy Flex is certainly an industry person. He's made a movie as the producer and the writer of the script. So he qualifies to be called an industry person in all these segments. If it's entertainment, he's in there. If it is music, he's in there. He's the manager of an artist. In fact, a PR person for an artist. So he certainly is an industry person, and I think that he deserves some respect on his name as well. Now let us look at what McBrown said. Now, McBrown says that she has to be paid for red carpet appearances. I don't see anything wrong with this. I think McBrown deserves more than just payment to walk on a red carpet. I don't see why anyone should see this as proud. I don't understand why some people must have a problem with such a huge character who has played a very pivotal role in both the movie industry and the entertainment industry as a whole. She joined our movie industry at a time, my brother, my sister, that not so much could be written home about this. She joined the movie industry at a time it was still teething. At a time it was still wobbly. She played her role. At a time they were paid with only Coca-Cola and Fanta after acting a whole movie. She stayed in there. She also recorded some music. She sang on stage live. We saw her and we admired her. She rose through the entertainment industry like a column of mercury in the mercury thermometer on heat. She paid her dues. Today, if she sits back and realizes that Ghana Music Awards has been making some amount of money and she deserves to be paid, what truly is the problem? Where is the pride in this? Even me, Blakk Rasta, before I will attend any Ghana Music Awards thing, some things have to change, and I've made that clear. Number one, I am not part of any award where people pay for plaques and awards. As long as the voting continues, pay to vote, it is cheap. It is an award that is given out to the highest bidders, and I've made this clear. I will never attend such an event. Two, if I have to attend that event, then I must be paid as a model to walk on the red carpet or yellow carpet or green carpet. It doesn't matter what kind of carpet they give to me. The only carpet I will not walk on is the black carpet, for obvious reasons. I will explain that next Christmas. My brother, my sister, for a reason, I don't step on anything that is black. If it's blue, black, fine. But if it is black, if there's an option to get to my destination, I would rather fly. And it's clear. My brother, my sister, McBrown says, you know what? For me to walk on that red carpet, I have to be paid. Shatta Wale started it all. I don't see why people should have a problem with this. Shatta demanded an arm and a leg to appear at the VGMA. In fact, at the time, GMA. And I applauded him. Ghana applauded him. For the first time, Shatta Wale opened our eyes to the fact that, you know what? We deserve to be paid more. They are paying the Nigerians more than us. They take us for fool. Shatta Wale opened our eyes, and we thank him for that. At the time, people said he was too proud. At the time, they insulted him. But he stuck to his gun. And at the end of the day, he got what he deserved. And the rest of us continued to follow suit. Sarkodie came next. What did he say? That the money that was paid him was so small, he would not go. And when they mentioned the amount of money they were paying him, many Ghanaians were shocked. How Sarkodie called that small money, but he knew his value. My brother, my sister, Sarkodie said, it is not just about the plaque and the award. I am there to entertain. Pay me as an entertainer the amount that I deserve. We all remember that year where Sarkodie also demanded an arm and a leg. Many said he was proud, but he knew his value. We had been taken for fool for too long. Nigerians were paid far higher than us. They joked with us and threw millet in front of us like chicks, like fowls. And we swallowed that because we're just interested in picking up awards. Sarkodie told us, no, enough of the awards. Right now, we are more than just professional. We are not coming there anymore for the plaques. While some people make it their business and change from one company to the other, making so much money. It used to be GMA. Later, it became MTN. Then it moved to Vodafone. Wherever it is now, I don't know. Telecel, isn't it? Why did they keep moving? Because they were paid money higher. It used to be MTN. They slapped MTN in the face and went to Vodafone. Now they slapped Vodafone in the face. It's now Telecel. Who knows where they are going next? Maybe Goldboard. My brother, my sister, if you can move from one purse to the other, climbing up the ladder of the purses, why do you think that somebody else does not deserve the right to demand what is worth them? Thanks so much to Nana Ama McBrown. I think that she has come to know her worth. If every artist will demand this, rather than all of us running like sheep, slaughtered to the led to the slaughterhouse. VGMA, so everybody's rushing to wear whatever designer wears and walk on a certain carpet, while somebody is making money out of this. We should be smart. We must be smart. And she is getting smart. I got smarter years back. Shatawale got smarter several years back. Sarkodie got smarter several years back. They paid the Nigerians, as we were told, so much money because they deserve that. As for us, no. We are only interested in the plug. And we went running after the plaques, encouraging our fans to pay money, more money, vote more and more and more and more to buy us the awards. In fact, the plug was not even worth a quarter of the amount of money our fans paid to give us that plug. Monetarily. To Nana Ama McBrown, thank you so much. I support you 100%. Please, don't just be paid 100,000 to walk on that carpet. Demand $1 million. If I hear that you took anything less than $1 million, I will lash the hell out of you. You deserve $1 million Ghana Cedis to walk on that. In fact, you deserve more. But let's start with $1 million. Okay? And to those who are still fowls and chicks and want to go there and eat millet, go there. Let them pour millet on the red carpet. Eat that like the fowls that you are, and continue to take plaques home. Build a whole apartment and put those plaques in there. And when you retire from your music, you will continue to eat the millet like the chicken that you are. And I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Congratulations to Nana Ama McBrown. I am with you. Now the next thing I want to look at is equally interesting, and I want to say this. From Ghana Web, it says President Mahama waits into Oklu's transfer to North as punishment comment. President John Dramani Mahama has clarified comments made by the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Obiniwa Akwele Oklu. Now, regarding sanctions for officials who approve developments on waterways, according to him, such officials will be dismissed rather than transferred as deterrent to others. The district chief executive, I told the Minister of Local Government we should find out who are signing the permits for people to build in these waterways. My minister misspoke. She said we will transfer them to the north. We are not transferring them to the north. We are sacking them so that it serves as a deterrent. Otherwise, we will continue to have this problem. Watch this. Now, she apologized for the comment. I listened to the thing, and I thought that she was on point until she slipped and decided to see the north as a punishment zone. Well, she clarified it in a way. She said, you don't speak the language of the people. So when we transfer you from Accra to that area, you begin to learn. But the point is that those officials, not all of them are from Accra. Some are from the north. So if you send them to the north, you're actually sending them home. It's not a punishment zone. I don't really want to go too much into it because she truly apologized. And I want to hold it up like this. President Mahama has made it clear. If you misbehave, you get sacked. And when you are sacked, you go to hell. No part of Ghana should ever be seen as a punishment zone. It is an opportunity for us to develop all parts of the country so that no particular place is seen as heaven and the other one seen as hell. Do you agree with me? I remember when we were young students, none of us wanted to be posted to some places for national service, especially places that had no electricity, places that had no water. You had to wake up early in the morning and then go to the riverside or the dam side and fetch water. We didn't want to go to areas where cocks had to wake us up from sleep. We didn't want to go to areas where there was no electricity. In fact, areas that you will go to and leave those places as a father of multiple children. Hallelujah. In my days, there were a lot of places in the north. The upper east, upper west, northern region, all those areas. There were a lot of places that were not connected to the electricity grid. Because of that, people went to bed early. The only entertainment there was sex. You will go to those areas, especially noted for famine. In the daytime, everyone would get busy because after some time, there will not be any light, daylight. We use lanterns. We use bombo or bobo. In those areas, they call them wambongase. Hallelujah. So in the night, in order to entertain yourself, as a teacher, the chiefs in the areas loved you. They would gladly donate their daughters to serve you. Hallelujah. Coming from sixth form, oh, massa, teacher. The chief is extra happy to have his daughter serve a teacher, especially coming from the city. So a lot of these beautiful ladies will cook for you for free. Sometimes what they cooked came from their father's farms. The chiefs and queens will give you so much food you didn't need to buy any food. And their daughters would cook for you sumptuous meals. And in the night, you didn't have to bother about blankets. You would be kept warm. Hallelujah. So a lot of people were attracted to those areas simply because of some of these things. Much as they saw those areas as punishment zones, no electricity, no good drinking water, impassable roads, these were all compensated for by the warmth that we got in the night. In fact, by the expert cooking, yes, the expert cookery of these beautiful ladies. So we ended up going to those areas, keeping our salaries. In fact, at the time, we didn't call them salaries. They were allowances. We were well compensated. Those ladies were with us. We left those areas after about 10 months with multiple children. Hallelujah. My brother, my sister, those days are gone. Now we have electricity almost everywhere in Ghana. Ghana is one country that has more electricity than almost every part of Africa. Did you know that? In fact, the whole of the western part of Africa, Ghana is most electrified than any other country. And by electrified, I hope you understand. Percentage-wise. So that does not exist anymore. How did we cancel that? By taking developments to those areas. My brother, my sister, Now we have internet in those areas. Now we have entertainment in the night. People can play music and dance. You didn't need, as a must, somebody to keep you warm. You didn't need, as a must, somebody to cook for you. Now you could take your own cooking utensils there, connect them to the electricity, heat your food, cook your food, warm your food, whatever you want to call it. Development solves a lot of problems. Thankfully, we were not posted to those areas. I was not posted to those areas. I was posted to an area that had electricity, that had water. So I didn't end up with multiple children to the beautiful daughters of chiefs and queens. If that is a blessing, then we have to continue developing these areas. We have to continue taking developments to these areas so that nobody sees any particular place as a punishment zone. Have I made sense? Well, this is the voice of the Patriot.